All right, welcome back to Market Day Report. I'm Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Thank you very much for being with us here today on a Thursday, right? We call it Friday Eve to make us smile a little bit bigger. Let's take a look and see what our markets are doing. We've had some green on the screen, so we're going to take it. We've been about 4 cents better in corn. Let's see what we are now. We were 4 to 5 cents better the last time we were there, and I've got it pulled up, and here we've given back just a tad, no big deal. SEP's up only 3 cents right now to 406 3/4, and that's just 2 cents off the high of the day, but we've had a 6 3/4 cent range. New crop D sets up 4 cents to 422, and that's a penny and a half off the highs of a 7 1/4 cent range. All right, so that's what's happening in corn. We'll take that. Beans were the ones that had to move higher here. They're solid double-digit gains across the board. SEP's up 12.5 cents to 1072 3/4, 3 cents off the high of the day, and we have a 21 cent range just over. Novi new crop, that's up 14 1/4 cents to 1078 1/4, and that's about what? I'll call it 4 cents off the highs, or not 3 cents off the highs. That's soybeans. All right, moving on to the wheat in Chicago. This has slipped a little bit. September's down 8 3/4 cents to 538 1/4, 2 cents off the low of the day. And if we move out to the March, that's down 7 3/4 cents to 8 cents now to 583, which is a penny and 3/4 off the low of the day there. All right, so that's Chicago wheat. From Chicago, we go to Kansas City. Take a look at the hard red. That's down 7.5 cents in SEP. 560 is last there. Let's move across to let's see what the March is doing. 7 3/4 cents lower there to 589 3/4. That's 3 3/4 cents off the low of the day and well off the highs by about, I'm going to call that 8 cents. All right, that's hard red in Kansas City. Spring wheat, Minneapolis, that's going to be lower by 3.5 cents up front. That's SEP. 607 1/4 is last. I got March down 2 1/4 cents to 641 3/4. And then finally, let's take a look at cotton. We'll get back to our next guest analyst. Cotton, 34 points lower in that D's to 68. 31. The good news is we're about 60 points off the low of the day there. All right, let's bring him in. Mr. Ryan Kelbrants, he's with CHS up in Inver Grove Heights, Minnesota. All right, there he is, Ryan. I haven't seen you in a while. What's top of mind? What do you got for us here?
You know, this morning when I came in, things were a little bit mixed on the beans, and then we had a nice news out of the USDA. We did see another daily export sales announcement of 264,000 tons of beans to unknown destinations for the new marketing year 24-25. So that has a little bit to do with it. And then you looked at weekly export sales, new crop corn sales coming in at 745 200. They were thinking 1 to 600, so that exceeded estimates. The bean number for new crop coming in at 829 700. They're thinking 500 to 900, so that was towards the top end there. And meal numbers were impressive, both old and new crop there. And looking at the wheat, a little bit on the negative side, 309,300. They were thinking 300 up to 625. So spring wheat tours wrapped up day 2 yesterday. They're going into day 3. We'll see the tour results later this afternoon, but they've been seeing some pretty large yields with some disease concerns as well. So, but the hard red spring wheat yield for day 2 was estimated at 53.1 bushel an acre. That's well above last year's 46.9. So we'll keep an eye on the funds. Obviously, we're probably seeing some fund short covering in the corn and beans. They've been, coming into this week pretty heavy shorts in both of those markets, including all 3 wheat classes. So the CFTC is going to release their weekly commitment of traders report after the close tomorrow. But keeping an eye on the weather, it's going to be hot. There's no doubt about it. So there's some concerns there as well.
Yeah, and if we have seen a little bit of precip, I think, sneak in a little bit today. That was where we initially started off the day. I don't know how much has changed between then and now, but yeah, you're right. It is the end of July, beginning of August. That is the time of year that might happen. But with what the expectations were, I don't know about you, but again, I've done a lot of these interviews every day, about almost 20 of them. The expectations were starting to ratchet higher, like 182, 183, 184, some 185s, even in corn. I don't think that's going to happen, but I definitely think that we're coming down from higher numbers than we thought. So we'll see what that ultimate end of year number is. And again, but that won't come out until, it's probably going to be too late for the market to really move on it, but we're going to have to see how things shape up there. But it's definitely going to be interesting, as well as, what we've got going on in the other markets, the interest rates and the equities. Everybody has got a little bit of a hot potato on their hand right now, wouldn't you say?
I would say so, definitely. Yeah, keeping an eye on, the macros, and obviously, we've got a lot of weather ahead of us too, and the crops aren't made, but at this point, things look pretty decent, and yeah, the yields are expected to be pretty great in a lot of areas.
All right, great having you on. Good to see you again, Ryan. Ryan Kelbrants, he's with CHS up in Inver Grove Heights, Minnesota. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back right after this.